What's up? Back with another DSR Farms video. I've got some ground beef and I've got some sausage too, and what I'm going to do is make some chili dogs because it's football season and it's finally cooling off, except today while I'm filming this I think it hit 97, but it's the end of September and I'm tired of hot weather and I'm ready for some chili. So what I've got is just half an onion. I have diced up pretty finely. I'm going to get it over in a hot pot with some bacon grease in it and get it cooking and come back and we'll do some more stuff. Alright, I've got my onions cooking down. They're going to take the longest to cook, so you put them in first, and then I've just got one clove of garlic here. Just going to smash that and get the gross stuff off of it, you know. And then just chop this up real fine and I'll throw it in there with that onion as well. Okay, so all these are cooking. I'm just going to put just a little bit of baking soda in there, like just a tiny amount, and that'll help kind of like caramelize up those onions for whatever reason. I still haven't figured that out, but it works. So I can do that and they'll turn brown a whole lot faster and I can add my meat. Alright, so those onions have been cooking maybe 10 minutes or so. They're nice and golden, and I'm just going to put this pound of hamburger in there, kind of get all that incorporated, and just brown that up. Alright, so the meat's browning over there, and I went ahead and mixed up some seasoning, and all I've got is maybe a teaspoon of each chili powder, cumin, salt, and black pepper, and then about half that much paprika in there. And I'm just going to put that on there when the meat finishes cooking. Okay, normally this would be the point in time that you would want to drain all the excess grease and stuff out of here, but this hamburger meat is super lean. Like, I don't know how well you can tell, but there's almost no grease in there. So I'm not even going to worry about it because it's like seriously like nothing. So anyway, it's pretty much cooked all the way through. I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with the seasoning that I put together and stir that in, and then we're going to get to work on a little bit of tomato stuff. Okay, so I've kicked that down to just over low. It cooked on just under medium, and now it's done, it's on less than that and it's just sitting over there simmering. And what I've got here is a can of diced jalapeno and tomatoes, for those of you that can't read. Just for a little kick, you know, if you've got regular tomatoes you can use that, or you can use tomato paste, but I didn't have it, so I've got as much of the water out of that as I possibly could, and I put it in this blendy boy here, and I'm just going to puree this up. At this point you could have tacos with that, because that's exactly what that smells like over there. And if you were doing traditional chili with like beans and stuff, you wouldn't need to drain this. You could just dump it in and you wouldn't need to chop this up. You could leave it all rustic and stuff. But since I'm going for hot dog chili, I'm trying to make this as smooth as I possibly can. Alright, just going to add this tomato puree that I've got going. Stir that in and just let it simmer for however long you feel like letting it simmer. I'm going to let it cook for about 30 minutes or so, and then I'm actually going to refrigerate it overnight, and I'm going to cook the dogs tomorrow, because stuff that's got tomato base tastes better the next day, like spaghetti or chili or lasagna, pizza, all that good stuff. Leftovers are better. Alright, so the chili's been sitting for like 2 days, so it should be good. And I've got some of these Cajun sausage from DSR Farms, and they look really good, and we're just gonna set them on the griddle here. You could grill these or pan fry them or whatever, but I've got this out and it's hot, so I'm putting them on that. But we're just gonna let these go and cook all the way through, and then we'll start plating stuff up. Alright, while those finish up cooking, I'm just gonna grate some Colby Jack, and this isn't a particularly soft cheese, but I did stick it in the freezer for about a half hour or so just to firm it up a little bit, and that'll kind of help it shred a little better. One of these sausages off the griddle, and it's all nice and caramelized up on the top, and I'm just going to spoon a little bit of this chili that I made the other day on here. And then hit that with some of this shredded cheese. And then I like to top mine with a little brown mustard, you know, whatever, if you like raw onions or whatever on there. I also like that sweet. Yeah, that's about all there is to it. That's a pretty good looking chili dog to me. And now I am ready for some football. Roll Tide.